Hi everybody, greetings from Michigan again. This is Chris, and I changed the locale from the last video. Something weird was going on between the camera and my lighting, so I'm giving this a try. I hope everything finds you well, and this piece is entitled Michigan Mistakes. Last year I wrote a piece called My Swiss Mistake because it was based off of some mistakes that I made in a game in which I got to play against the Swiss national team. I think rugby is super important sport in my life because it's taught me so much about life. So when I'm explaining this, I'll try not to get too deep into the details of the game, but also I want to talk about what I learned. Some things I'd like to say is, I used to think mistakes were bad. Perfection's the goal. Well, that's not the case. Life is not about perfection. Life is about growth. And it's really hard to have growth without mistakes. So I own my mistakes, I did them, but I want to move on from them, I want to grow. Now my first mistake that I did today, the first play that I would come in when I was a sub off the bench, the first game when I came off the bench in the first half and when I came off the bench in the second half, I had a bad first play. Because I would think I was nervous. I was thinking, oh, well, what's going to happen? Subconsciously, consciously, I'm not really sure where that line's drawn, but I think I had a crappy play because I didn't take control. I was like, whoa, I'm on the bench. I need to take control. At any point in our lives, we can take control. We can make that decision to take control. I don't need to wait 30 seconds. I need to decide, okay, I'm on the bench now, but when it's my time, when it's game time, it's time to go get control. We are always in control of our lives, but we need to remember that. We need to focus, because otherwise other thoughts pop in and you let variables come in. Sure, willpower can get a lot of stuff done, so learn from my mistake. Take control from the first play. Doesn't matter how long you've been sitting on the sidelines, when it's game time, you take control. And then the second thing I learned, there's a certain kind of defense in rugby where you drop back in what we call a key. It's a designated area close to the goal line. And when I first started playing rugby, I was a madman. I was trying to make a million things happen at once, and I was actually harming my team because I wasn't paying attention to the lines. I wasn't paying attention to where my other teammates were. But I think I've learned a lot more control of okay, I'm the middleman. I'm in charge of the middle of the box, and I got to let other people do their jobs. But I think I've gone too much the other way. We have ups and downs in life. I used to be a crazy man. I used to be a wild man trying to make a million things done. But I was too passive. There was a play where I really could have helped out my teammate Sully. He had done a great job, and I could have hit the guy towards him and made a much better play. But I didn't do that. I was tentative. Even if I was afraid to mess up. We can't be afraid to mess up in life. Sometimes you just got to go for it. And I've relearned that when we're back in the key, I got to go for it. I can't be afraid. I got to make things happen. So I'm hoping that these lessons can kind of be expounded upon on life. So I hope this finds you well. And please realize dreams come true. Thank you so much for watching. Only the best, my friends. Only the best.